Hi, for today's teardown we have this. This is supposedly a tank control panel from eBay. I mean Battletank control panel from the French army. So it is written in French, but the manufacturer plate was removed, so I have no information about the model or serial number. Oops, and I did just break one more light cup here. It is in very rough condition, in fact, so I do not know if I will keep it or scrap it. One good thing is when not missing the rubber covers over the switches. They are quite hard to find, so they can be salvaged and reused. So what do we have on this front panel first? We have two smoke generators buttons, push buttons behind these little covers. We have a pointage, must be for some target designator, maybe laser target designator. We have on off with a light here. The button here is stuck. I cannot put it to on. Even if I pull on it, it does nothing. This must be a circuit breaker you push to rearm like aircraft circuit breaker. Here we have projector with on, all or call. Same button with missing nut around it, or similar piece like this. Probably, most probably. Fuse for PLAF, I do not know what it is. Lunettes, it is for binoculars or viewfinders, left and right. Here we have a business end with fire control. On off, it is good to be able to turn off the machine gun sometimes. So we have choice between 20mm cannon or machine gun with auto position, oddly enough. Two red lights to say it is enabled, probably. And you have probably the status of the ammo. You can, the broken switches here are for reserve, it means magazine, so maybe you can reload from the magazine. And you have lights to say you are ready to go, probably. With explosives, perforating, it is for armor piercing rounds, probably. And 7.62mm rounds. On the bottom here, two drawers, they're called. This one is for the machine gun. You have single shot, free or limited, with a 10 amps fuse. Here also missing a nut over this button. Here we are missing a lance, a red lance over the bulb. For armed cannon, rearming, incident, and override push button behind a cover. Now we check what we have on the sides. So it is mostly a big, very heavy die-cast aluminium box. Must be 6 or 8 kilos or something like this, at least. Big connector here, probably for the main power input. Then a number of connectors everywhere, grounding screw here, more connectors here with probably the holes for the mounting screws of the panel. Some kind of handle here, which is not really useful because you are not carrying it around with you all the time, obviously. And on the top here, more connectors. So why they did not put everything on the back, I am not sure. And two unlabeled buttons, one two position button and one push button. Okay, and on the bottom a big massive plate attached with big Allen screws. So it is all for the walk around. Now I will undo the screws and we will check what we have inside. Oh, here by the way, something quite gross. There is a insert, thread metal insert here in this hole, and there is a bit of it poking out, and it is very sharp. So it is quite a trap for young players. If you want to clean the thing or anything, you may arm yourself with this bit poking out. So the screws here are not original, because when it came it had only 2 or 3 screws left. So I did use whatever I found in my stock. They are torque screws, I believe, from Progression TV or something like this, but sadly 2 of them are not exactly the same size. Okay, all the screws are off, so I am able to remove this cover, and luckily they did provide here an enormous connector that will allow me to put the front plate out of the way completely. So I have to find the matching wrench. So it is really big, really weird, but at least it is convenient, and it is secured by one screw with the X head, so I can use a socket wrench to undo it, and when I turn it will unmake the contacts at the same time, so it is really convenient. Not sure if it is enough, so you can see that at the same time the rubber seal all around the case for moisture tightness. Here we are. So this is really a big serious connector, as you can see, made by Suryo company. Big wire harness going to the front panel, or what is remaining of it, because it is in bad condition. And here we have a first view inside. And first, what can you see? Circuit board here, which I will remove with relays mostly. So this is mostly, it seems, a power distribution box, so it is mostly relays. But here there is something very, very sad. Can you see this wire here? It looks like it is completely melted down. So probably we had a pretty serious overheat in the thing, overcurrent, and yes, it is one of the big cables for the overall power distribution, and I believe we have some shunt here at the back for sensing current. Here at the bottom we can guess the 2 drawers, which I will undo right now. So I did unscrew them, and now I am able normally to pull them out, although it was easier than expected. So first one, we will have a look at this. Second one is a lot more difficult for some reason to come off, but it should come also. I need maybe to work it loose. Here we are, and it was perfectly out of the frame. And this is in a real sad condition, guys, but we will check it later. So at the bottom here you can see the main big aluminum plate. And what I will do next is remove this circuit board here, and then I will install the camera overhead, and we will have a better look at the parts. So by the way, these are bigger Allen screws here, little bit rusty also, and a lot of crap and dust at the bottom of the case. Yes, these screws are really harder to undo on my little electric screwdriver. Here is a little bit of pain to undo them. It is a cheap one from the supermarket store. It was on sale at half the price, but it is not really good. Always convenient to have our own, but the only good thing is it is light and it is compact, so it can be you can take it away with you easily. So here we have this thing is loose. I have to work loose the connector, probably with a screwdriver. I guess it will be the easier way to put it, not by brand new one screwdriver if possible, an old one. Okay, so it is loose, it is coming off, except for, guess what, two nuts here for this big relay, and guess what also, we have here a completely loose nut. It is weird because actually it seems to be a safety nut, whereas as you find in aircraft, but it is completely loose, and you can see more evidence of a burnt wire here. So this is really bad. It is a beefy wire and it is completely burnt. So I will try to find the correct socket to undo it real quick. And of course, no, it is not the correct one. Should be too easy. Like so. Still not the correct one. So this one actually is completely loose also. So it cannot be good, in particular with high amperage stuff. Yes. Oops. So this is an interesting kind of relay, by the way. Not the usual shape. Here we are. So the board is completely off now. It is good, and we can see the back side of the box. So let me install the camera overhead and we will have a much better view. So first we will check this case. As I said, we have on the top a bunch of connectors and unlabeled switches. You can see the case is made of quite thick die-cast aluminum with inserts for the threads. It is good, and this one was also in fact ruined, and I replaced it with a brass insert I had laying around. So here is the other side of a big connector for the front panel. It is bolted in the back, as you can see. We have here the two buttons, which are not even straight in the case. Quite how you doing? The back side of few connectors here. We have at the back here, you can see what is probably a big terminal bus bar distribution point, where yes, we have a big wire and it will be distributed to a few other ones. All the wirings here at the back, you can see some of them are pretty thin, and here we have a bigger class of wire. I do not know what happened with these zip ties, but they are coming off. It looks like they did melt also. Yes, 3 of them coming off. As I said, here the completely burnt out wire. You have a better view of the terminals here, which were mounted on the relay. Really bad. The connector for the circuit board, pretty heavy golden contacts here. Here the frame around the drawers modules just come off. It was just attached by the screws of the modules, by the way. You can see here the bottom of the case with a lot of dust. We have the remains of one more zip tie, this, and we have the connectors for the drawers modules here. On one thing left, but it will not really be easy to show you here at the back. Do you see this? On this bakelite piece we have what seems to be a big giant current shunt. Yes, big wires at each side, so it must be something the current coming through, but obviously it did not sense well enough to tell the system we had another current condition and more wind zip ties. And yes, it seems more burnt wire. I do not see if you will see it. Can you see it? Here exactly. More burnt wire. So this thing is really in sad condition. But the case, by the way, is pretty impressive. And this big connector here also. Okay, it is all I guess for this part. So I will put it out of the way. And we will go to the next one, which will be the front panel. So this front panel, you can see here is the wiring harness and connector again. Pretty rusty, sad condition. Here even on the bus bar. So yes, these things here are circuit breakers made by Mechanical Products in Jackson, Michigan, not very far from the Geek Group probably. And the switches here are all in sad condition, rusty and whatnot. There is a board here with a few diodes, wafer selector switch here for the only rotating button on the thing, and it is also, if I want, I guess I must have in stock buttons like this, and I should be able to replace these broken buttons, but I do not know if I will do it or not given the overall condition of the thing anyways. Here we have a completely taken apart or destroyed button. It looks like, yes, it is the kind of button which are put together with screws, and it looks like we are completely missing the screws for some reason, and the bottom is actually in several parts, and it is the button I could not actuate. Now I can understand why. it is coming apart. Look, this is not good. Okay, so this is all for this unit. I do not even know if circuit breakers can be reused or not. They are. It is not written, or maybe here. So they are rebranded by ECE company, which is a French aircraft equipment company, and they are 10 amps. So maybe they can be reused if they are still working, but I am not sure this time. Next part, this. So here we have the circuit board with a number of relays of different kinds. As you can see, a single-sided circuit board with some kind of conformal coating on this frame bolted all around for rigidity, and it is double-sided actually. But the most interesting one will be this big one. It is, look at this, 80 amps circuit breaker. Not bad. ECE brand again, and it looks like I could actually maybe undo this ring and take it apart. So I will try very gently, because it is maybe the only good part in the whole thing. Okay, interesting. Not really, it is really hard. Maybe I should need to put it in a vise or something, but no, the whole unit is turning, but it is not coming off. So anyway, we know it will just be two contacts with a moving part over it, probably silver coated, but probably not very interesting to see. Here at this side, of course, there is the solenoid actuator, and I did just put here one dead code of 1981. Very weird thick SAFCO capacitor here, few carbon resistors, 1 2N series transistor. It is all for this. Now we are left with the two drawers unit. So we will start with this one. As you can see, very rough condition also. Maybe the burning wire did not help. So one more big aircraft grade button. So it is interesting to see on this one the terminals are screwed on, the wires are screwed on, and where you have no wire you have no screw. On this side also, but I guess they are provided from the factory with all the screws. So it is interesting, they did remove the unused screws. As it is in a Battletank, I do not think it is for weight purpose. Maybe they did reuse it somewhere else. So fuse holder here. Here we have what must be trim pots, and they are sealed with some kind of black tar or wax or something. Very sad and blown out capacitor here. This is a miniature relay. And on the other side here, something weird also in the conformal coating here. Blade kind of connector, as you can see. So about the circuit, yes, you have this control, so maybe the few transistors have something to do with this kind of control. And mostly relays anyway. very old school here. As you can see, glass body diodes with the internals you can see through the glass. And the connector here, by the way, is broken. Oops, focus, I did just notice it. It is not good also, this thing. Okay, last unit now, the second drawer. So this one has a 2 layers circuit board with very rusty screws to keep the top circuit board in place. Very rusty back side here of the front plate. The same kind of buttons, but also in very rusty condition. 2 more relays here on the side, few transistors on the same kind of components. Oh, this cannot be good also. Look at this here. We have a big blob of solder just between the legs of the 2 power resistors. This is not terribly good. But at least the connector here is not broken. So I will try to undo this top circuit board in order to try to see what we have at the bottom layer. You can see here they did put some silicone sealant around the screws of the lights, so it must be for water tightness purpose, but quite old doing, by the way. I have the same sealant in my perfume room. So I do not know if it is like this from the factory or if it was redone several times and tinkered by someone in the army. Some test points it looks like on this board, and here is what we have at the second layer. A few transistors which are in very sad condition. Date code of 1979 on this one here. This one is branded General Electric, interestingly enough, and just a few more relays, resistors and capacitors. Nothing spectacular here. Brass standoffs here for the circuit board. Yes, so there must be some circuitry here to detect the incident condition maybe. But mostly they are mostly relays. Okay, and everything in overall very sad condition, as you can see. So, well, now quite a big question, because the thing is all in parts. So do I even bother putting it back together or not? It is the question. So for now anyways, thanks for watching, bye bye.